This is cool. Hey Best Pally, I'm Allie, and Post Malone is all over the radio right now. You just hear him everywhere. And don't you wish he was Britney Spears? Hence, I'm turning Circles into a Britney jam. And oh my god, this is an official collaboration with Christopher Bill with his epic classical trombone channel, and Charles Cornell, who you might know from turning memes into songs. Both of them are gonna be on this track, and both of them are very good at what they do, so let's go make a jam! Starting with Post Malone, let's hear some Circles. This is already gonna be weird for me because it feels like not a Post Malone song, listen. That intro distinctively sounds like Every Morning by Sugar Ray. And the rest of the song actually feels like it could fit in the 90s, which is a part of the reason why I picked Britney. There's like a 90s drummer hanging out super chill, and it's very not Post Malone. Excuse me. Although, speaking of voice, his crazy vibrato is on there, so this is gonna be weird changing to Britney because she has 0. Okay, let's get some of those distinctive vocals right now. And of course, the dance moves are a huge part of the sound. And what I mean by that is that there are a lot of starts and stops and hits, impactful moments to just give her material for posing. Her entire first album is full of that, and her second album, both of those classic Britney sounds. Now, this sounds so similar to Baby One More Time to me, and I'm gonna start by building that in the verse. Nothing too remarkable about her backing drums, but then she has a slapped bass in so many songs. I don't have a bass to slap, but I do have a synthesizer. Close enough. Okay, that's funky enough to walk down a Catholic school hall to. And to support that bass, I'm gonna add more impactful sounds. The first sound that anyone ever heard from Britney Spears, bow down out on Baby One More Time, you know what I'm talking about. That's just piano going, which is what I'm not gonna make Charles Cornell do. I'll just do it here now. Would not be the best use of his talent. And again in the verse, these two songs are so similar, I have to put in like a funky guitar. It shows up like right here. Yeah, it kind of follows her vocal line, it's just like a wah guitar. Does the same thing here in Oops. So I need that. Synthesize the bass. Let's just maybe synthesize a fuzzy wah guitar sound. Oh yeah. Put it in here really subtle. It doesn't sound the best, but it's not bad. Maybe I'll adjust that later. I got like a solid beat going that's kind of blah, so I need to add a bunch of impactful hits all over this. That's like the hallmark Britney sound. And by hits, I mean it's the sound that like goes woof. No, it goes like sometimes. But sometimes it's more like a bow! It does like a build and then dance move! And generally you'll find that kind of thing maybe leading into a chorus, but hers are just like throughout her chorus. And then in the turnaround, and then in the verse, and then the breakdown, and there's just a lot of hitting. Baby One More Time. Spent a bunch of time looking through my software for the right sounds, and actually I've looked for this kind of thing in the past, and I really do, like, you can't find it in Logic. By the way, I use the Logic X. A ton of you are always like, what's your software? That's it, there you go. But you know what Logic X does not have is the hit sound that I need. And I mean, not like, oh, Logic can't help me make a top 40 hit. I mean like specifically the bow that I'm looking for. So I ended up getting some from an outside source. Ooh, what? That was definitely the Law and Order sound, probably. Then I got some brass hits. Ooh. Ha! I mean, that sounds a little synthesized, but ooh, ha! I have Christopher, oh my goodness. I have Christopher to play real, he's gonna make this so much better than my so I'll throw in some brass hits myself, but just know that it's gonna be significantly improved. And then this weird sound, you can't really say what it is. Another hit here. I'm just gonna pepper all of these weird bleh sounds throughout. And it's not just bleh, it's you have to lead up to the bleh. So, okay, hold on. Music always goes like this. And you're gonna hear this a whole bunch where it goes, I'm leading up into a hit! Which obviously this is a visual representation of a slow crescendo into a fortissimo into a very fast decrescendo. AKA this. And this. And this. And this is not just limited to her dance songs. I give you a ballad. And actually in the 90s this is not limited to Britney Spears. The common theme here is actually a guy named Max Martin who produced all of those, and he keeps using that hit sound. And I mean it in both sense of the word, because this guy just craps out hits. He's so good. I layered a bunch of those hit sounds. I even added a muted cymbal and then reversed the hit sound. Wait for it. That's the build part. So let's see if I'm Max Martining. Still not there. See, I think the problem is that I'm missing a very specific sound. One recording that's very famous of an orchestra hit. It's so widely used that I think this is why Logic doesn't include it. It's like cheesy and was in everything and still is in everything except apparently my sound bank. It originally came from, what am I gonna say, Britney Spears? No, Igor Stravinsky from 1910. I'm gonna just pull up the Firebird suite here on YouTube. Like really calm, and the audience is like soothed by this orchestra playing, and then this happens. I'm playing it right now. Is it playing? Yeah, this is the musical piece. The orchestra is so calm and quiet, and then... What? That sound happened to be on the original synthesizer, and then everybody had it, and then everybody used it. Africa Bambata. It's very Stravinsky sounding. And a bunch of hip-hop sampled that, and now let's move on to Madonna. Janet Jackson, see, now it's super 80s sounding now. And then, like, when Bruno Mars wanted to sound like a throwback, guess what he used? This is mostly my argument for why didn't you include that sound, Apple? If you want to hear more in depth about this specific orchestra hit sound, Vox did a great video on it. It's called The Sound That Connects Stravinsky to Bruno Mars, if you want to dig deeper. But, like, don't go watch it right now because I just loaded that sound into my synthesizer. Woohoo! This is cool. Now anything I play sounds like it's played exactly by an orchestra, of course. Very convincing. Like, what's something I would want to hear by an orchestra? Whatever, you get it. Let's just give this a big opening. Got my sound. Now, speaking of opening, I need something way more impactful than the drummer from the 90s, just whatever, and the bass going ba-ba-pow-pow-pow. How she starts Oops is crazy. There's just syncopated and stuff coming out of nowhere and rhythmic. And then vocals kinda. I'm gonna open with a couple big hits and then just noise and silence and then more big hits and then more silence and then fill in with some very suggestive vocals. I think I got it. Doing what I want. Oh, this is gonna be so Britney. Feels sparse, right? Don't worry. This will be filled in with I've been studying Britney's vocals too because this is going to be a huge part of sounding like her. Is that, how do I describe this? She starts words like a tree is falling. Yeah. So she's got that in the beginning of most lines. And people say she's breathy, but she's not, because breathy is kind of like, I think I did it. Nope. I've got to be almost spoken. I think I did it. And too many syllables. Again, right? I did it again. So the breath comes at the end because she's adding in more beats. Yeah. Might take some refining, but I'm getting there. I still need to do the bridge. What do I do there? Well, Britney has an iconic bridge in the music video version, if anyone's familiar with MTV. I'm sorry, I'm just laughing because I don't even know. I'm not sure if I want to actually try. Why can't I even describe this to you? Because it's so absurd. I'm talking about this part.
Before you go, there's something I want you to have.
Oh, it's beautiful. But wait a minute, isn't it?
If a Post Malone song hypothetically had that in the middle, is that a good idea? I don't know if anything I do is a good idea. Let's keep moving. Got some bell-sounding crotales here. I'll just end on a hit. And maybe some wind chimes coming down. More winding down. And then crank down the music so you can hear me talking.
Allie, maybe you don't understand what I'm going through. It's only me. What have you got to lose? Make up your mind, tell me. What are you gonna do? It's only me. Let it go.
And then we're back in the chorus. I don't really want to talk to myself, and I have yet to use Charles Cornell's talents. I'm thinking I will ask him to speak on the bridge with me. Wait, if you don't know the level of skill that Charles Cornell has, please go check out his stuff because it is unbelievable. Like, this guy is a wildly talented pianist, and I'm not going to use that at all. I will make him talk to me on the bridge. I'm sorry, I just chose a bad style to utilize him correctly. I mean, I'm sure he's gonna crush it as long as he's not mad at me. Actually, no, Christopher's gonna be mad because he's jealous that he doesn't get to do the cool spoken part. Now it's time to send the track to the boys and have them wildly improve it. And I will sit in anticipation, maybe touch up my crimped hair while I wait.
Hey, all right, so I'm just figuring this out as I go. So I just listened to the rough draft. Sounds awesome. First of all, this is so cool. I'm gonna give you like a ton of stuff. Maybe you can just use what you want. I'm just starting with these horn steps, and then I'm gonna add in some little parts in between. I'm just starting right at the top. Just like that, huh?
Oh, this is so cool. Oh my goodness. Eee, brass! Christopher cloned himself, gave me a ton of horns, and it's so sick. I'm just gonna let you hear them separately. Oh, that's dope! He like runs up into the notes and completely got this without me drawing it for him. Listen. Oh, it's so cool! Gah! Sorry, synthesizer, I don't mean to insult you. It's just I get very excited about real sounds. Remember when I said I might come back and fix the guitar and then forgot about that? It's fixed because now Christopher is filling that sonic void. I put a wah pedal on his horns. It fits really well. I love this. I hope he's cool with that. Very affected, but it's Britney. Speaking of being cool with that, haven't heard from Charles yet.
What's up, everybody? So Allie asked me to play on her version of Circles, which I'm super pumped to do. Excited to just see what I can add to whatever she comes up with, which I know is going to be great. Hey, you know, there are like 8 billion better places for you to play with your ball right now. But I mean, this is good too, I guess. She sent me an email here, and I've got the instructions on what she wants me to do. So I'll just pull that up really quick just to make sure I know what I'm doing. And let's see. Talk on the bridge. Oh, okay. Let me just scroll through. It's probably something else. Talk on the bridge. Yeah. Well, let me listen and see what she's got already, and see if there's anything I can do here. Sounds like it's covered. Talk on the bridge it is.
And he did it. This incredibly talented, trained jazz pianist spoke really well on my bridge. Probably should bring him back on to actually use his talents. But anyway, so without further ado, or 90s glasses, let's hear this masterpiece.
Couldn't turn around till we were upside down. I'd be the bad guy now, but no, I ain't too proud. I couldn't be there, even when I tried. You don't believe it. We do this every time. Seasons change and I love when it goes. Feed the flames 'cause we can't let go. Run away, but we're running in circles. Run away, I dare you to do something. I'm waiting on you again. I don't take the blame. Run away, running in circles. Run away, run away, run away.
Allie, maybe you don't understand what I'm going through.
It's only me. What have you got to lose?
Make up your mind. Tell me. What are you gonna do?
It's only me. Let it go.
Seasons change and I love when it goes. Feed the flames 'cause we can't let go. Run away, but we're running in circles. Run away, I dare you to do something. I'm waiting on you again. I don't take the blame. Run away, but we're running in circles. Run away,
Well, it's a shame you didn't see any of my accents on the orchestra hits because I was upstaged by my Backstreet Boys. Obviously, Chris and Charles are amazing, and you should definitely go check out the videos that we did on their channels.